If you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or like your emotions are running your life, this might be the most important video you watch this week, because there's a reason you react the way you do, and there's a way to change it, gently, powerfully, and for good. Now let's get started. I'm excited. Okay, this is my 5-step framework. It's super simple and easy, and if you need, you can come back to this video at any point when you just want to follow the process again. I recommend listening to the video once and then coming back again and actually doing the process with me. I promise it will change your life. So first, the first step is that you have to get quiet. This is a hard one. It's actually the hardest step, but you have to get quiet in order to know what's actually going on inside of you. Everything in your life is a reflection of you. And in order to start peeling back the layers, you have to first get quiet. This is the hardest part because there are so many distractions that you can go to. But don't give up, keep yourself settled, sit down quietly, eliminate all distractions, and just prepare to go inward. I find that this is kind of the most courageous step of the entire process because you have to be willing to go there and actually want to quiet down to see what's on the other side of these feelings. So I believe in you, keep going. Step number 2 is get curious. What's coming up for you? How do you really feel? Start asking yourself questions or really just getting curious about what's coming up. What kind of sensations are arising in your body? What thoughts are surfacing for you? What are you noticing? Just listen, be curious, and just see what comes up. Essentially, you're trying to understand what's inside of you right now, what feelings, emotions are coming up for you. And a perfect example of this is from Wayne Dyer, and he talks about an orange. When we squeeze an orange, what comes out of it? Not apple juice, orange juice. Orange juice always comes out of an orange. No matter how many times you squeeze it, no matter if you squeeze it upside down, no matter if you squeeze it into a bowl, it doesn't matter. It's orange juice, and that's what comes out of an orange. Think about this metaphor when it comes to you and me. When I get squeezed, when you get squeezed, what comes out of you? Frustration, anger, stress? These are common emotions, but understanding that they're coming out of you and not the external experience is the biggest game changer. For example, when someone says something that you find offensive and you blame them, ask yourself, what's coming up for me right now? And this is the getting curious phase. And if you don't like what's coming up or you don't like what's inside of you, you can change it. You don't even need to know where these things came from. Just change them in the moment. So get curious. The third step is understand. Understand the source of the suffering and give it attention for just a moment. In this present moment, acknowledge whatever came up during the last step. It just wants your attention and it wants your validation. These feelings, emotions, they just want to be seen, heard, and understood. The more we try to distract ourselves from these emotions, whenever that feeling comes up and we go to distraction, the more that we push it down. And the more that we don't give it its moment to be seen. Give them the space that they need, even the fears, which are always the loudest. It's okay. They just want to be seen and validated. This is where the practice of awareness comes in, of having awareness to hold space for this moment in the present and to understand that these emotions are from the past, that they're old operating systems that are just arising when we finally give attention to them, and that we don't need to act on them, they just need to come up. Allow them to come up and understand this process. Step number 4 is release. This is my favorite part because now you've gone through the tough parts and now you get to choose to release this emotion or feeling into wherever. When you release it, it's no longer with you. It's gone. It is that simple and easy. Personal story, when I first started doing this process, I would put 2 hands on my heart, I would close my eyes and sit on the edge of my bed and just see what came up. Because it was this moment of realizing that I don't think I had ever checked in on how I felt inside. And I felt like in order to get clear on my life, I needed to ask myself how I felt in here. So the process was really simple, but I would just sit on the edge of my bed and kind of just feel whatever was happening and just let it come up. Even if it was something that I didn't really need to take action on, I would just kind of sit with it and just give it a moment. And a lot of the times I would end up crying and I would end up just feeling overwhelmed by this emotion, but the truth is that that is the release. The release, maybe for you, it won't come through crying, maybe it will come through something else, but the release is really just allowing this emotion or feeling or memory, which has been stuffed down, just come up and do its thing. And emotion is just energy in motion. So it needs its moment to move through your body. And this is the release stage, which is so much fun if you see it that way. Michael Singer talks about this in his book, The Untethered Soul. And essentially these energies just need to come up because they weren't processed in the past, and that you actually have a choice to let go of them now. I love this so much because it really is that easy. I think often we think we need to revisit memories from the past and we need to dissect them and analyze them. And I've definitely been one to do that for sure. But I found that when I did that and when I had moments when I went and got help for those things, they didn't get me to the other side. They kept me stuck in that past memory and that past experience when really I could just acknowledge that past experience, move on from it, love it, and go live my life in the present moment. And that's what I want for you too. So let's move on to step 5. This is a quick and easy process, isn't it? Step 5 is embrace yourself. This is when you get to love yourself, when you get to be kind to yourself. You've made it through this process, and I promise you by this step, you're going to feel different. You're going to feel more calm if you follow the steps in order. Because essentially you've just let something go, and your mind, you'll have such clear thinking about where to go and how to move forward in the present moment. You've essentially rewired your system. You've now created a new reality for yourself, one of appreciation for yourself, of love for yourself, of kindness towards yourself. You've basically chosen a new path by going through this process. This is your time to celebrate and embrace yourself. That's it. Easy 5-step simple process. I wanted this to be as simple as possible, so it's something you can do today, right now. So I would recommend coming back to this video at any time when you need a moment to pause or you're feeling some emotions arise. Remember that you can let them come up and it's okay to feel them. Now, watch how your life will change the more you implement this process. You will totally experience the world differently. You will experience others differently because you won't be blaming as much or holding them as the problem, but you'll consistently take personal responsibility for what's going on within you. And that is the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself. So let's do a quick summary. The 5-step process is: first, you get quiet. Be in the stillness. Step 2 is you get curious. Just see what's coming up and listen. Step 3, you understand the feeling. You give it its moment to be validated and seen. Step 4 is you release. My favorite part, just let it go. And step 5 is you embrace yourself. You love yourself and you appreciate that you've done something for yourself, which will make your life better. Once you've learned the full process, I invite you to come back to this video as many times as you want. I will happily welcome you back to do the actual process with me. You can pause after each time to see what feels good for you. Maybe it takes you 10 minutes to get quiet. That's it. Super easy and simple. I love you. If you enjoyed this video, comment below and tell me about your experience when you do the process. And if you want to watch more videos like this, you can watch the video I made about building self-awareness. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.